Hello, welcome back again. I actually came back this time. What was I looking for? Refresh, quit, reopen.
Started.
Chat. Started. And it should probably refresh this one too. I don't know, do I? No, I don't. Okay.
Test.
That's nice. Very nice. Yeah, just keep that over there. Okay, what am I doing? Oh well, I did a thing, okay. So let's mess around with triangulations, make some sort of a simple level, then I gotta do the OBJ importer, and okay. So now's a weird part of this thing, because I need a new triangulation code. I could probably just recode the old one. Oh, okay, well that's pretty simple. But what one's this for? I have many different versions of this. What is this doing? So if it's 3, then it's just returning an array of face. If it's greater than 3... So you have faces for eye and face. This is if it's greater than 3. Eye and face, so multiple faces? Oh wow. Who's this? This guy hasn't messaged me in ages. Oh, it's this guy. Wait, yeah, you're on my stream. You can always come on my streams. Who are you again? I can't remember what your name was. Okay. So face verts is greater than 3, face to face. Face is not verts, in this case face is the face, so... Because I'm doing it the new system, this is confusing. This is very, very confusing. So I think I'll actually be better doing it the verts way that I was doing it before, triangulate verts. Because we just have the verts, we're not worrying about the rest of the mesh information. We just want our verts to be in order. In which case, if it's equal to 4, we don't need to be doing any of this stuff. So it's a different thing again, this is if we're not sure of the order. Anyway, this is all flawed, this doesn't work. Oh wait, no, this one does work because of the extra thing I had to do with the intersection lines. Ugh. So what do I call this? I mean, I could just manually do it. But then what if we had a... Damn it. Because it could actually have a 5 in this, so... But we know what the circle is, we know what the boundaries of it are, we don't have to worry about this thing. So this is like an abstract triangulate verts. I'll just stick an A on the end of it, I guess. And then we'll make a new one! Hooray! Triangulate verts. So triangulate verts. Should I have verts or should I have faces? Or groups? Sure, let's go with groups. Let's just say it's faces. The face in group. Say faces is equal to an array. For F in group, if group F length greater than length is equal to 3. Then faces to push that, else if group length, because we do actually have lines. Well, the lines actually won't be working with texturing, so that's all good. Group F length, I could have an extra condition when texturing the rendering the faces that it does actually have 3. If it doesn't have 3, then it'll just do a line. Whatever. If that length is equal to 4, then that dot push manually do it. 0. It should be an array, right? Yeah. 0, 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. Let's just ignore 2s for now, or anything else. So it'll just do this stuff, and then we can return faces. Oh. It's so terrible the way I'm doing all this junk, damn it. Whatever, I've still got to go through and clean everything up. So where is this taking place? I think here. Sure, why not? Shove that in there. I've really forgotten who this guy was. It's the Cebu guy, isn't it? Oh. That was triangulating, not adding these things, which means I need to do the extra conditions within here to make sure that it does actually have enough rel pos, which is apparently length. I don't really know why I did it that way. I mean, this isn't being edited in any sort of a way. Maybe this is just that old. I doubt it. So yeah, whenever you're doing texture, that and that and that, and len is equal to 3. because otherwise you don't work. Okay. So nothing should have broken. Everything broke. Reference group is not defined. What? 2858 2858. 2858 groups. Which kept not copy pasting. Okay, so that's immediately doing some weird stuff. Damn it. Why? Okay. So 0, 1... Did I mess it up? No? That's 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2 are a thing. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, yeah, that's so 0 and 1 should have already been connected, and then we're connecting that to 2. And then 0. Did I do this wrong with the other one as well? And this was actually what my problem was all along, and everything actually was working perfectly fine? Really hope not. Oh, it's because all the points are out. What's this? Damn it, I still got more of these damn problems. Hello, Professor Joy, and feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. Oh, Twitch Pets Pokemon, that's what your name was. Trying to figure out what your name was. It's been so long since you've been in here. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, we've got a point in view, so this should be fine. We're apparently slicing and returning a thing. But something's going wrong. Do we have nadas? Everything seems to be fine. That's still logging. Huh. Wait, why is this not got a number on it? 2392. 23? What? 2392. Oh, what? No, 3292. 3292. Okay, so that's my final thing. Uh-huh. And then we go and triangulates. So probably a problem with the triangulations. Uh-huh, so apparently I got 2 triangles here, that's all good. What does that give me? Nothing. Oh, because it's, yeah. Oh, whatever, let's do the 4 then. Greater than 4. I mean, so really this shouldn't matter how much greater it is. As long as we got all of the vertices in a circle, this can just keep going until it runs out. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. I don't really want to use a loop. We shouldn't have any more than 5, so... There we are. Is that more than 5? That's a 6, okay. Well, apparently we've got 6s as well. Uh, 4, 5... Music's really loud again, isn't it? It's not that loud. Weird. It's a little bit higher than I like. Never get the damn volume right. There we are. Refresh. Is that another one? So yep, there is a 7 as well. Huh. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, that can't be any more than a 7 though, right? 5, 6. Damn it, tabbing. I feel like we don't have one in the corner where we're supposed. No, there it is. Okay. Maybe? Oh, it's just because the numbers are so raised up. So that one and that one belong to this corner down here, but there's so many faces, it's gonna bump the numbers up real high. Okay, well with all of that, let's try turn on textures. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to work. I had hoped so. What's your problem? Can I read probably 0 on a vine? 6193. Wait, what? So there's a problem with the texturing. So what is it trying to feed through? It's trying to feed through this information, so that's what we're texturing. This is our material, texture. Those are our rel positives, which is supposed to be equal to 3. Can't do any more than that. And then our UV information, so something's going wrong with that. So we've got 3 things and only 2 UVs. Interesting. We're going to be using the same thing for that. Okay, there we go. Other than our normal distortions, we appear to be clipping to the camera. Okay, let's add in the rest of the geometries. Geometry. Wonder why tree? Is it because it's like a hierarchical thing? Or is it just a random thing because they could? Who knows? Where am I? What is all this? Here we are. Uh-huh. And I've probably got some sort of offset issues. Make it all the same. Oh. That's a bit odd. Also, we've got terrible lag issues right now. Gotta get rid of all my logs. Not all of them? Nope. 3345. 3345. There we are. That's nice and smooth again. Well, we can clearly see things are rendering outside the field of view of the camera. And that triangle's upside down. I'm assuming that's the one I've been messing with the whole time. Why is it upside down though? Should be that one, I think. I think that's supposed to be a 10, judging by everything else there. There we are. Okay, so now why do I see things outside the field of view of the camera? Uh-huh. I'm assuming I just disabled a condition for that. Could be this one. Uh-huh. So what's going on with that? It's very loud. Does it really have to drop things like that? Cool. So what's going on there? We do have multiple points in view. What face is that one? Where am I at? So it shouldn't be any of these faces. So that one or that one? Let's go with this one first. Yeah. So what's going on there? So it's showing it being cut, but it's just not displaying it in here, which is telling me that this thing is what's doing that. Okay. So now that's the problem with this thing. If it is something that was changed in here, then we want this to go. If it's the original one, then we don't. Perhaps it's if this happens. Okay. In which case, if that's a thing, then this will go. If that goes, then I should be able to do that. But if not C, then do this. Okay. Oh. There's that problem. So what's going on here? I mean, it is all outside the field of the view of the camera, so... Oh, no, that's not. Okay. So that's when relativizing to screen space, because it goes behind the camera, makes it go glitchy like that. So this point is behind the 0 point. So this is forwards, this is in front of the camera, this is behind the camera. We appear to have lots of little points around here as well, though. What are all those? What are all of those? Huh. Am I rendering a ton more than I should be? What's going on there? So I'm assuming that is... No, that should not be in front of the field of view of the camera. Why is it being displayed at all? Here's an easier way we can get that to just happen. Okay. So if I just was to do this... Yes. Okay, so that would be the other one of this. So, why is that visible? So we're getting a 2-2. So we've got 2 at the top, 2 at the side. This is just a triangle, so that one's at the corner. Yep, so that seems to be what that should be. Okay, and then I go through the checking thing, so it's because this thing's not set up correctly. Fairly certain one of these things was correct. Yeah. So we had the field of view of the camera. The camera's got, well, technically, it's just... So the camera is divided up into 4 quadranty thingies. If there's a point outside any of those, then it does a thing. If it's inside and it's inside, it doesn't care about it. So we're getting, what are we getting? I'm already here. So 0, 1 would be this, so we got, no, 0, 0, so we got 2 out this side, whatever, we got 2 out that side, 1, 1, and then 1, 1. So a point out here, then 2 points out there, okay. So we got these 2 points out over here, which could count as a thing, so that should be a thing that's being checked. Okay, so C should be a thing. This is pretty much just always saying C is a thing, but anyway. Actually, this should be excluding a few, so that would be going to the intersection thing, and I'm assuming this didn't find anything. So that should have only come up with undefined, but C should have been true. That's undefined, undefined. But because C was true, this happened. Okay. Whatever. Let's just do that. Wait. Yeah. Or not C2. Okay, so C1. I was thinking to call it C2 and I was like, no, let's just call it C1, but then I forgot I just thought of that. Okay. And now that shouldn't do its weird glitchy thing where it sprung across the camera. And I think that's that. Horrible, horrible ways to get that to be that. Didn't I have 2 logs? Yeah. I don't want either of those, Anna. Oh, now I've got weird stuff going on over there. Yeah. I'll post a join. Feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. So I'm assuming that's because it was all... if it's all within the camera and there are no intersections and the whole thing disappears, yep. Because C is still a thing, but it didn't have anything that needed to be checked, so that face should have had its sides all at 0. So if sides are all that, so if this is equal to something... okay, so let's just grab you, move you further up. And just say that as well. Okay. Mm-hmm. Looks stable so far. Oh. Did I just do a weird thing? Oh. Oh, it's because all 3 points went out of the field of view of the camera. Okay, no, that was just 2 points. Why does that disappear? Is there another one of those damn triangle things I didn't do? No, it shouldn't be. There, that. Why is it disappearing? That edge is sliding down, but not filling with the original. Why? I don't know. Get rid of all those letters, numbers, words. Where did I go? Where'd it go? There I am. Out of here. Oh, there we are. Okay, what the world would that be? Is that some sort of an intersection problem? Whatever it is, it's a problem. Okay. What problem? So I think it's happening over here. Can't zoom in because it's paused. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that moves the camera around. As per design. What? Wrong box. I can only assume it's some sort of triangulation bug. Did I do one of the numbers wrong? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Unless there is another one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Because this space is being... It should only be a 3, 4 at most. So we've got a 1, 2, and 3, but then it's not doing the second lot. So we got a problem here. Okay. What face is this? It's one of... This one... Maybe the second one? Nope. That one's random. Nope. There we are. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have 6 points here. Unless we got a outside of bounds thing that thinks is happening there. No. That's a triangulation thing. If I remove the triangulation, I assume something else is going to happen, but I can't see if I do that, so... So this has a problem? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Seems to be all correct. What am I missing? Well, let's get the text back. What is the order of the vertices? And then just because I can, let's get rid of this. Okay, so we just don't have one up here. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 2? Wait, 0, 0, 0, 1. I can only assume it's this one, but we're missing the 0. That's weird. And then we have 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. And I have 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. I mean, I don't just have one short or something, do I? So 1, 2, 3 faces. Okay, what is this? Five. Okay. So we're missing a cut. Did one of let's remove that. Did I remove the right thing? Yeah, all the way. There we go. Did one of the dimensions not happen or some sort of a thing? I don't know. What am I looking for? This? No, am I looking for that? No, I want the original before that. What was this? So not gaining an extra point. Okay. Huh. What if I look at this thing? We can change. So we have one that is within the field of view of the camera, that'll be that one. We have none out this side, we have one out this side, which I'm assuming is this corner up here. And then we have one down the bottom and one at the top. Okay. So this has a problem. So it's doing a 2, a 3, and a 4. So a 2 would be slicing down this side, a 3 and a 4 would be top and bottom. And they're all returning stuff. So we would have had 3, then a 2 went, sliced down this side. Which should have done a thing. Did within somehow mess up? Doubt it. I mean, we've got a point missing. It's not just an entire face. It's just a vertex. Okay. Let's limit things. And I is equal to 2, because that's a 2 first. So let's see what happens when that just does its thing. What is that? Oh, never mind. Okay. So that's cutting up the top somewhere we don't see, and then that one point that slides down the side. So that one seems to be working fine. Or a 3. We'll put that in brackets. That was going to crash it. So now that's the bottom, and that. Still fine. Okay, and a 4. So that's how it's supposed to look. So it's something to do with when I have a 3 in there as well. Unless there's more to it. So now that should be doing all the same slices. And it's not like I'm doing an edge slide to the wrong edge. What if we don't have a 2? Well, then I don't have that edge slide, so... But a 2 and a 4 work fine. Okay, so why does it disappear? What the world could be doing this? I mean, that's indicating that there's some sort of an error within the cut base, so it's not cutting correctly in one of the dimensions, but it's doing all dimensions exactly the same. It's not biased to dimensions. It's not like I'm putting the information in wrong, because the information is the information. Although I do have S face F. S face is equal to this. What is F? Oh, F is this, okay. So we're cutting all of the faces. Is it some sort of a deep copy error? I could be, I suppose. Okay. Which will be the first time that's come up. So that should have it all back and broken. Well, let's shove a deep copy in it. Nope, still happens. But only when that bottom part is cut. It's like something is limiting the amount of vertices or something. I don't know. Cut face shouldn't have any cares in the world about faces, it's just there's a face. I mean, there's the intersection-y thingy, then it slides whatever thing, so somehow this is getting messed up? And it's sliding the wrong thing, but it shouldn't... It's sliding... It's supposed to be adding. It shouldn't be sliding some pre-existing thing, it's adding in a face. Okay. And I had that condition in the rendering, so it only renders if there's 3. And we know it's not that because it's showing us that there isn't a new vertice. So it should most definitely have absolutely nothing to do with this. This should still not show... Oh, okay. What? But how did I... Where am I? What? I somehow just opened up a complete duplicate of this window. Weird. Refresh. What was I looking at? So again, that slides down. Okay. And I don't think it's anything to do with this. What if I remove that? I think that causes some sort of a problem, doesn't it? Maybe not. So now we can see the pieces that are being removed. Okay. So does it appear to be because it's being removed? Why don't I see the zeros? I guess because it's rendering the face on top of the numbers. Yeah, so there should be 3 things being rendered in this place here. We got a 0, a 1, and a 2. So that one, and that one. There's supposed to be a 4th one that just doesn't exist. So again, it's something to do with this, but why? How? It doesn't do any limiting, it simply finds the intersection point, if there is an intersection point, and then does an edge slide with this information, which would return where that edge's new location would be and its moving information, without altering the original, and then it's just pushing it into here. So this is not happening. Why? I see no reason this would ever have any problem that would not also be affecting everything else. I do not know. Well, okay, let's just ignore it. It's not a problem if I don't care about it. Okay, so what am I doing now? Building something. Okay, let's make a cube. Let's have it rotate around. Oh wait, we've got to clean this all up first. Okay. So let's clean this all up. And we need a render object, which would just be doing this basically, looping through each of the faces, because these are supposed to be faces belonging to an object, but my face gen just creates a face, it doesn't add it into a thing. Or does it? No, our object is our face. So we should generate an object and then generate faces into the object. Whatever, I'm gonna mess around with all that stuff. Let's worry about this first. So what are we doing? What is this? So we got the camera, CTX, the camera resolution, which needs to be barred. Now that does some magical mystical thing I do not know because I don't remember. Relpos UV check. I don't think any of this stuff has actually been done up here. It's not till the end that this stuff comes in. Because we call it R look there. So that could go away. This should also be able to go away. Check. Can go away. That's some sort of a debug variable. Can go away. Let's get rid of all the comments. So it could be annoying that I'm doing this right now later on, but whatever. Keep those ones there. Keep those ones there. Okay. Doop doop doop. A is being used quite a lot. Clipping, sure. S is used a lot. Sides is the thing. Behind. I feel like I could do that a better way. I could do all this a better way. Okay, so that's converting the points to screen space. No. Camera space. That's converting the points to camera space, which I call rlook. Relative locations relative to the camera, and also getting the sides of the field of view it's clipping with, because I can do that all at once. And we're removing it if all three are behind the camera. No, we're not. If we're removing it because all three are behind the camera, then let me just turn that back off. And bring all these back. Okay, so we're not doing that, and yet there it is as a thing. Weird. Look at all the logs again. Is it just that log? Nope. And that's one. Weird. And there's another error with the damn triangle thing. Okay, so that's probably going to be a bigger problem than it looks. I don't know why it only switches on like that, though. That was weird. I got that. Okay, that's why that happened. What am I doing? A is A. So I don't know what this is doing, because if behind equals 3, then we have 3 vertices behind the camera, and that's supposed to stop it from rendering, but we don't do this, and yet here it is being done. Behind is never being incremented, so let's just get rid of all of that. Okay. Yeah. Because just because all 3 are behind doesn't mean you can't see it. 2 Ks and Ks and Ks, ones and junk. Then we'll function for checking to see if it's within. So, you know, it's all self-explanatory. I mean, it stuff's a bit weird. But that's self-explanatory. It's within. That checks to see if it's within the camera. Because everything's relative to the camera right now. And that's also checking to see if it's within, if it's outside the camera. Let's just call it overlapping. Hello person who joined, feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. And then this is clipping. it says there, cutting cam intersections. So it's cutting all the intersections with the camera. And then, well, that's continuing on that information. And we are converting to screen space here, apparently. Yep. And then we are rendering. So this stuff probably could be done in a much better way as well. Or whatever. And then there we are. I should probably have like a force rendering of this. If the length is not equal to 3 for some mysterious reasons, then it will override and do a solid color. But I wanted to do a custom solid color, not that one. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, there we go. Still works. Sure, why not? Yep. That looks great. Alright, let's get rid of all those other viewports. It's not really necessary for a while. How do we get those? We did this junk. So we just want the normal viewport. All these other ones can go away. So anything that's not viewport. And scale you back out again. So right, down, top, whatever. And left. And do our border. There we are. That's even more distorted than it was before. Whatever. I'm gonna keep the limited field of view thingy just for now because I can. Okay. Next thing is getting it so when I create a face, it actually creates a face instead of doing all the junk that's currently doing. Where am I at? Where is this? Doing all of this within the rendering, aren't we? So every frame it's regenerating the entire object. So what an object is what? So we need to generate an object and then generate more faces within the object at places we require them to be, should be what we're doing. I don't know how we're going to be doing this. So what's this doing currently? Because we should have it all going into the same object. So maybe this is generating an object that is a face, and I could just leave it as that. No. So yeah, we would want to generate an object, and then we would want to put faces within the object. What sort of optimizations might we be wanting to do or something? What do we want? What are we doing? We want to create a mesh. What do we need? We need a place to put it, which is the object. And yeah, so this would be creating a face just as it says, but this isn't all of the information I need. I also need materials and all sorts of other information being dumped into it. I could just assume with this, I guess, just inherit or whatever from other object information, just whatever the first material is, if there's multiple materials and all that sort of junk. I don't know. How far am I going to get into this? How deep do I want to go? What's the bare minimum I require? So the object, no, because we do have materials on each individual face, which could be instanced from a more global source, I guess. But that means I need to do that differently too. There should probably be a lot better way of doing it than the way I currently got it going. Oh, just let it straight up. What's going on Facebook? Okay. I don't understand. Okay, go away, Facebook. So, what do we got? Yeah, so you have faces, edges, and verts. The face holds the material, which is color and texture. So rather than doing it that way, material should be something that is within the, actually, you would still have material. But that should be something outside of there. I like how you can still snap while dragging around multiple things. This is something that Visio was really badly missing. I can go away. Those ones too close together. Whatever. So yeah, we got a material which has a color and a texture, and that will just be instanced onto here. Oh wait, Facebook. So we would need to add that into here, or have it just do whatever. And we also need object. So we want to generate a face onto an object. Okay, so first thing we'd have to do is generate the object. So object gen, I guess with the location of the object. Do we need to know any other initial information? Kitty cat. I guess that'll do. Aren't there, kitty? Now I'll just check to see if my cat's got food. We're back.
Back.
So, what are we doing? Yeah, object gen's just going to generate an object. The object just needs a location, I suppose. It's just going to be an empty object which contains no information. No whatever information. Alright, so to create this function... Where's the old function? That one. Yeah, let's group it together. Function. Object gen. Oh, I hate night times now. Location. It's going to do a whole lot of what this thing is doing. Okay, so let's just grab all of that and then remove what we don't want. So we need an ID. Guess that's another thing we need. Name or an ID? Let's go with ID. Sure. So ID will be ID. Alloc. Yes. Location, location offsets, which we have 2 of for no particular reason in the slightest. And then we have vertices, which we do not have any of, so they can all go away. We have edges, again, don't have any, all can go away. And faces, again, we don't care, they can all go away. But now we have materials. So this is just going to be object.material. And we will have a material by default. Okay. And that can all go away. So that's what an empty object looks like. In that case, this thing gets confusing because now we're pushing rather than doing whatever we're doing. So yeah, we generate our object. That'll be that. We need an ID now. So so then we would want to generate a face to our object. We don't need the location. This would just be object. And then this would be our location and UV information. Do we want to group that together? So I guess this would be more of our, whatever you call it, vertice information. So this would be our locations. Should I do it this way? I guess it works. Locations, UV. I mean, I could be grouping each location with a UV, or I could be doing it like this. Okay. And then material could go in after if we wanted it to. So this now no longer needs any of this. Oh, we do need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Damn it, life. We do need this, but not that. So by default, the material will be whatever the default first material would be if the material is not a thing. So I think I could just say material or obj.material 0. I could have it done by IDs, but I guess indexes are perfectly fine. No, I should have it by whatever. So let's call it default. Because that's a word apparently I can spell with the auto spelling thing. Which means this, yeah, needs to make that, well, yeah, I'm not doing that at all, am I? Okay, so default color and texture will just be added every time. Everything has that. Okay, and then you are either the material I provide, or you are the default material. Okay. So... data, I guess. We don't have UVs anymore, but we could have material. Okay. And we're not doing 0 like this, we are pushing, or adding, or grabbing a unique index because this is a object of IDs. So why not? So we need a unique index. Sure. Unique index, if that works the way I think it does. I really don't like quiet anymore. Hello, poster join. Feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. So this should allow me to just put in nothing. No. Next index, that's what I'm looking for. Is that around here somewhere? Nope. Am I? Yeah. Or index next? Next index. I don't know. Next index. So you should be the one I'm looking for, which actually looks pretty much exactly the same as the other one. Maybe I just overlooked that part. Did I minimize it? Unique index, there it is. Yeah, so this one's doing this object thing, where this one's doing this name thing. So really next index should be the same as unique index. Well, it's the same as unique index, just returns the number. Okay. So with the name undefined, it's just an empty string. And you are an empty string that is a string. A equals whatever, then we put A onto the end of name, which would just be then A, and if that is undefined, we break, we have what our A is, and we just return empty string and A, otherwise just empty string. So yeah, it's just what goes on the end of the name. Okay. Where'd you go? Okay, so object would be object, and name is just gonna be, nothing. Should be happy with an empty string, I think. You're happy with an empty string, right? Nope, you want an undefined. Which it could be undefined. I don't have it checking for stuff. I could put a 0 in there, it would be undefined. Let's just get rid of it. Okay. So that's what our first ID thing is. So this is our V1 ID. And then we want a 2 and a 3. And this is actually checking an object verts. And then we need edge 1, 2, 3. And edges. And then we need face. Faces. Not that you can type a word with one hand. Okay. So 0 is going to be that. Or even better yet, do I ever need the index itself? I don't think I ever really do, other than the ID part. In which case, I could just do that, and then I could do this. Do I even care about that? You know what, let's not even do that. So v1 equals this, and then you can all be v1. Oh, that's annoying. And you are that. Let's have the ID first. So ID, and then we do our vertice location, UV information, faces and edges set up to be input into, and then the object, so you know what object you belong to. So this would be now data. So this would be data 0, data dot lope 0, data.uv. And then if I have other information I want to put in here later on, it'll just easily be insertable through the rest of it. Okay. Now I just gotta do that with everything. Okay. I feel like I should just put this in a loop. If I actually put this in a loop, then this stuff could be looped as well. No, because they're gonna do it for verts, and the edges are completely different. And then faces, and yeah, it's too mixed around. Okay. So then we do this. This is v2. And then v2 equals that. And all of this stuff would just be v2. Doesn't ask if I want to do extra with that one. We have that again. Okay. On to the next one. I mean, we're assuming triangles with all of this. I don't like how that works, but I don't care for now. Triangle's fine. We'll put that at the top as well. Okay. And now, what are we doing? So now we gotta do the whole thing with edges. Nope. Let's separate things just if we can. Uh-huh. Oh, that sucks. Why do I feel like I did that wrong with one of these? Never mind. What? No. No. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn it. It shouldn't come up until after I've done a certain amount. Why is it coming up when I just press 2? Or even 1? Yeah, they called it the Garnet. I thought I did that wrong. Huh. A really weird pop-up, but okay. Or is the second? Ah, third. Okay. I don't remember looking like that. Whatever. Oh, seems to be all fine. Okay. There we go. So that should create a face within the object with unique information that is ready to be rendered. Give it a try. Let's get rid of all of that. Almost. All of that. So object will be our object, and then object will actually, this doesn't actually need to return anything, because this is directly editing the information. So just running this will add the information within it. You don't actually need to return. Okay. You do know what the object is, right? Object.material. Okay. So the object is all the object things. And this should understand all of this information. Dump it all through. Okay. So we create our object. Then we want to put a face in the object. Faces have location and UV information and no material, which will just set it to be the default. Okay. So I just do that. Let's just do it once for now. Don't need that, don't need that. And then this thing is just rendering face 0, I guess. So this should render. Oh. Yep. Color undefined 2718. Functions. 2718. Because it didn't say that was the thing. Object. Okay. Oh, well, we got a dot. Literally just a dot. Okay, something went terribly wrong there. What? So what is our object? Oh, I did it again. I reopened a whole window that was the same window I already had open. Now I keep doing that. Okay, so we have faces. Our face is a face. We got one face which has all of this information. We have our edge information. Our edge information has our vertex information. We also just have vertex information. Verts. We have one vert. We only have a vert 0. Oh yes, that's entirely exactly what that was supposed to be doing. Because this is just going to be returning the same number every time. We're not adding the new thing into the information, so we don't know about the existence of stuff until the previous one was created there. So we gotta do it like this. Okay. I want to do one of those if things around this, but yeah, I guess it's a one-off rendering thing normally. And let's put it up there. If true. If true. Oh yeah, it's trash day today. Guess I'll have all of that in there as well. If true. Okay. So the verts are done. We'll grab that one. And we have a triangle. Yeah, I'll bump the box up. 0 is on level with the camera. The camera's basically on the ground. I really should have bumped the camera up, but I was bumping everything else up in the scene for no particular reason. Okay. So now if we add a second one, and we just put through the other thing's information, hello poster join, feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. So we just replace this, and the UV should be all the same. And now I should have 2 faces. So if I just did that again with the second face, I'll just put this in a loop. We have our second face, which didn't display initially. Ooh. Oh, its UV information is actually wrong. Why is UV in what? Weird. Did I break something? Is something not right? Why would our UV be wrong? Has it always been wrong and I just never noticed? Okay. Well, what's the order of our vertices? So we got 0, 0, so that would be that one first. And that one would be 1, 1, yes. And then we have 0, 0, 20, so that's up. And that would be 1, 0, I think. It's all the way across and not down. Then we have 0, 0. Okay. Oh no, that was the same as it said here. Okay. So now that's instead of that. We now have them both existing within the same object. Although slightly buggy-like. How did I do it so well the first time? It's taken me longer to do this time than it took me to do the entire damn engine the first time. I hate time. Why does it go so fast? This is not natural. Something's terribly wrong. What am I doing? So I don't need to log a new anymore. And I guess I'll just have a render object, which will just loop all of the faces. Wait... No, maybe? Hang on. How do render object? Okay, that's a heck of a lot more complicated. Really? Did I do this? I must have done this last time. So that means I need to put the objects within the 3D matrix thing, the voxel grid, and then have it check to see what things it can see for what things it needs to render. So I'm just basically doing a force render right now. Let's go F. Okay, so that should render both. Yeah, let's move the object down a bit. Is that a positive or a negative? I don't know. It is that, okay. Move it across a bit. Don't know which direction that's going to be going in. Okay, it's the other one. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, so let's make a box. Let's make a cube. So, oh god. So that's one flat face, and we need to move all of this back. So, X, so this, no, what? No, it should be that, the X, yes, back is in the X. So let's just do that by 10, I suppose. 10, 10, and just that goes to everything. So now it should be moved back by 10. Yeah, that seems to be about right. And we want to do this again. And this time forwards by 10, because negatives are forwards. So I should have the 2 walls. I don't have any ordering of rendering, do I? Nope. Okay, so render object does need to be a function now. Okay. And then I need to do the Z depth sorting by... Uh-oh. Oh. Huh. Again, everything's a lie. So this works perfectly fine for just rendering single faces, but I need to render all of the faces relative to Arlo. So I need to convert everything relative to the relative locations to the screen, to the camera. And then I need to sort Z and render the furthest away ones first, which means I need to get that all working. So the way I was doing that before was just getting the median point of the 3 things, and that's how far away I would on the face. The further away one would be rendered first. Yeah. Maybe it might be better to do it like the furthest away point. That still wouldn't fix that problem, I suppose. Oh, wait, it would, wouldn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, wait, I might not have actually been doing this with my last version. I think I just might have been sorting them in general. No, that would have been very expensive. I wouldn't have done that, would I? Well, actually, I guess this is probably just as expensive, if not more. But that's where the whole ray part of the Vox Ray engine is supposed to be coming in. So it's pretty much only doing this to things within the field of view of the camera, in a general sort of sense. Oh, I hate night times. I need to do things, but nothing brings me joy anymore. Why? Why do all of the fun things just suddenly end as if they never even started yet? It's like they'd always happened before they even happened yet. Can't enjoy it. It's just like enjoying a memory of a thing that was done many years ago. It's like, yeah, that's the thing that happened. What am I doing? So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a render object rather than a face, and that's gonna have to get all of the face in the... it's gonna be even worse than that, actually, isn't it? Okay. Or do I want to just jump straight into the Vox Ray part? No, because I just want a spinny box, damn it, and then I'm gonna move on, maybe. Just because I can, it seems like it might be a bit fun just to try to prototype a building game of some sorts. I don't know, maybe I'll get... There's so many damn things I could do. But they all require an unbelievable amount of effort and time to get started. And it's just going to be another half a year gone, another year gone, another 2 years gone. Damn it. What am I doing? Rendering objects. So I need to separate all of the faces out of all the objects I need to render, then I need to sort them by the z-depth relative to the camera. And then I can render them if they're inside or outside the field of view of the camera. So this is just going to be basically force rendering everything in a direction, then cutting it. Oh yeah, I guess I might not have done all of this stuff with my last project with the 3D thing, because that entire area was just one object. So I didn't have to worry about sorting all the different objects, there was only one of them. And then I just had the background. Okay, so whatever. I mean, I guess I could just put them all into one object, and then... Yeah, sure, let's just do single object Z-depth rendering junk, because otherwise I'm gonna get into the whole Vox mesh thing and sorting and lines and all that other junk that I spent like the last year and a half trying to figure out, which I think I finally got down, but it's probably still got some errors in there, which I'll discover as soon as I try to start using it. And I'll be like, how did this thing ever work? So what am I doing? We need to render 3D object. Should I just convert that to an object? Which means I just need to put this inside of an extra loop and have indexes for the clipping things. So this becomes another array inside of an array for each face. And then that could all be relativized, and then I need to sort that by the same thing, so group all that together, and then all of this stuff goes within the loop, and there we go. Okay. Well, actually, that just becomes render 3D, doesn't it? So how did render 3D work? Because this was supposedly doing that and then going to render face. So I must have been doing the camera clipping and stuff beforehand to each individual thing, and then just running it straight into the render face thing, but the render face thing isn't that complicated anymore. Okay. Yeah, so this doesn't seem to be doing any... it's doing it here. It might have... No, this has already been sorted by the sort array. The median point. So yeah, that was just straight up getting the distance to the camera location. So that was the expensive way of doing it. Sort of. Yeah, okay. Whatever, so I'm just creating that again. But a better way, hopefully. I mean, this shouldn't care at all about the performance right now. Oh. That's carrying mildly more than it should be. Oh, that's not good. Why is that carrying so much? Well, I mean that. That's where most of my performance is going. Although I feel like this used to be a whole lot smoother with that. Oh, okay. And that's barely doing anything, so it's browser lag, isn't it? Oh. Yep, good old browser lag. Interesting. I wonder why browser lag going off right now. And it's not including it correctly. That throws off all my stuff. Is that because I'm doing it textured? I hope not. No. It's all there, still the same. Although now it seems to be accounting for it. Yeah. Oh, why is render time so high? Okay, something's not being accounted for here. What else is render time doing? Okay. So this could just be because I'm creating the object every single frame, which I required to do because of a reason of some sort I don't remember. I think it's because I needed a whole lot of instancing junk going on. So sure, let's create this thing outside of here. Well, let's just dump it into the viewport. Same. Apple. I like to do it with brackets. And then that can go out here. That equals this. You don't need the cat? No. We'll just close my door. What time is it? No messages? Scene object apple equals object, and now what am I doing? So yeah, that knows of this and here, this should know of that, and then we should be able to render, but I'm feeling this isn't going to work. That's an interesting error. Apple modifying 100. Scene objects. It's got an S. I do not have movement in my camera. Why does the mouse not move? I mean, it's entirely possible the mouse is actually moving, but we don't see it because of that before mentioned error. Because it all exists, it's just keeping it all as it was. So I should be able to fix that by saying object.arloc equals an object. Because this thing's got to be cleared every frame before it can render the next one, otherwise it's going to think it still exists from the previous one. What am I looking for? Object gen. Yeah, so arloc has to be cleared every frame. There we go. And does that magically, mystically make performance better? Nope. Still massive amounts of browser lag. Yeah, and the question is this because of me? Or is this just a spontaneous browser lag doing its thing because that's just what it does? Okay, what if I don't do this? Yeah, it's still there. Can I make this any less of a thing? I suppose I could just get rid of all of this. Default scene. Still there. Okay. So I'm gonna go to assume and to presume this has absolutely nothing to do with me, and this will just go away probably tomorrow. Okay, let's just go with that. Because this should be using no performance at all. Unless something's not terribly wrong. But, I mean, it's not running anything now in that version of it, because all it's got is a scene and a viewport with just default setup. What happens if I try to run a second instance of this? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a whole lot lower. Is this one not rendering? I did re-add, I did save. Oh, that's still wrong. Alright. Oh no. Yeah. Let's use this new one anyway. No, now it's back up again. Well, who knows? I don't think it's got anything to do with me though. Alright, so what's I doing? We're doing the face thing. So object thing instead of a face. J. Render 3D object. Maybe I should keep the face one there too. I mean, an object with just one face would be the same. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so sides. You need to now be inside of an array. Clipping needs to be in an array. Do I use clipping? No. Well, I mean, I do in that one, but that's it. No, I thought clipping was the one that I did use, so I guess I'm using sides. But whatever. There's a Facebook message. I was waiting for that. Yeah, okay, so shove that thing in an array, and I guess I'm gonna be shoving this thing into an array as well. S is still S. Now all of this needs to go into an array, so for F in obj.faces, and this becomes, let's just use that same thing. Face equals object faces F. Hello person, join. Feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. So yeah, it'll be this, then that's you, and you're all good and working all the same. All that's inside of a loop now. And then we need to push into this each time. So this thing, what is F? F is an ID. Maybe this should be an object just for the sake of that. So clipping F equals that. Not really sure how necessary this is, but whatever. And sides is this. Okay, let me do our face thing. So that should go terribly because clipping is not clipping now, it's clipping F. Do all of it, and sides is also F. Okay. So now that that's all been done, we have our look of all of our face vertices. So we need to loop through this again. This time getting our looks information. Where does that go? You get turned into A. Okay, so A is now more. Generic variable A. AF equals just an empty array. And then you need F every time. Should only be that one there. Okay. So now let's just go for F and A. This whole thing needs to be sorted. Added together, get the median point, and then sorted. So for I in AF, Z equals, so Z equals an array of three things. Doop, doop, doop. Wait. Oh, we don't need the 3 things, we just need the Z. Oh, that simplifies things. So Z plus equals AF I 0. And then Z divided by this thing's length. And then let's just call it sort, I guess. Sort is an array. And sort dot push Z F. Okay. And then sort array Z. And why do I feel like it just sorts and I don't have to do anything to it afterwards? Was I doing a different sort around here? I was doing one within... Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that just... A is now sorted. Wait. How did that work? Yeah, the thing and then the index. So sorting that by its index 0, so it's going to sort all of these arrays by that Z, and then that'll have all my indexes sorted by distance. It should just be straight up working, because this is what I originally created the damn thing for. Okay. So again, we loop through all of the faces within A. Every index of A is a face. We add together all of the Z indexes of all of those faces relative to the camera, then sort them, then divide by the amount we have to find the middle, and then we push them all into the array to be sorted. Oh wait, you're saying sort push. What am I doing? Okay, so then we say for F in sort. What are we looking for? I guess A? I mean anything. Oh damn. So we don't want to mess with A, but we use A quite a lot within all of this stuff. So now I gotta go through all of this stuff, I think, and then add that extra index. Whatever. Can I use I? Is I always free? I very much doubt it, and I'm using it there. Okay, let's just use F. So it's foreign, so this would just be F equals sort 1. Okay, now all of this goes inside of there. Now anything to do with any of this stuff, so clipping, sides, and A now also requires F. And that's not used at all. That's used all over the place. Just grab all of that. Just thought of a way I could have done this a little easier. A way that means I don't need to do all of this overriding. But I've done a double F somewhere. Okay. And then, what was the other one? Where am I at? Why is this confusing? Here. Well, yeah, it's going to be a harder one to double click, or whatever. Oh, and a harder one to find. Match. Whole word only. Okay. Just add an extra line there. Okay, away we go. Oh, is that it? No. Oh, this is annoying. I could just be looking over them because they're so small. Well, seems to not be any until there. Oh, there's one. Why is that an array? Because that's how it's supposed to be. And that should be the last one there. Okay, so all went well. This should now be able to render the entire object. Did I change the original thing? Oh, G. And now you just require object. This is no longer needed in a loop. That can go away, this can go away. And OBJ. 0 undefined, 32, 61, 32, 61. Hmm. Uh, 32, 61. Is there a problem with A? Did I miss one? Or is A just a problem in general? Should be all fine. Oh. Is that the first F that happens? Yes, it is. So I assume you have some sort of a problem in it. Undefined? Okay, what is F? Not a 1. Okay, well that's a problem. Oh, wait, what? Why is that what F? What is sort? Hang on. Oh, okay, yeah, so it should be sort F1. But that's just a problem in general. D is not defined. 32, 57. F. Oh, there we go. Sort of. It's not rendering, right? It is rendering. So I guess some sort of a clipping thing goes on. So the whole clipping area's got some sort of a problem to it, obviously. Oh, it's using F. So FA. Is it just using it for... Oh, there it is. Okay. What that problem is. But all of my, whatever you call it, so 0, 1, 2, 3, there's only 3 faces, that's all great. This is all nadas, which is not good. And also that broke it. Okay. So what is sort? Wait, remove that one. No, we broke it because I switched the wrong one. But what is sort?
Highlight top secret. Jesse is gay.
Whoa, buddy. I'm not saying that, man. Have I made some? Oh, it's a user location.
Highlight top secret. Ha ha ha.
That was loud. I think they both just went pop at the same time. Wait, no, what should we disable? I don't know why it was so loud. Whatever. So, oh, let's bring it black. Alright. So when I put it to A, yes, I am putting location. So that should be that, and that fixes the problem. There we go, I got distances now. That seems to be about right. Okay, so let's turn on
Highlight top secret. Love the voice.
textured again. Okay. Very laggy because of all those logs. Well, there we go. The front one's in front. And the back one's behind. And it didn't do the disappearing thing I did before. Oh. Damn it. Why? Why does this happen? Whatever. Well, let's finish making the box. And I'll worry about that another time. So... now I'm going to create the other faces. Basically what I want to do is rotate this. Let's do the rotation-y thingies first. So this should have all of its rotation information, or should be taken into account. I should just be able to say object.update. Is that okay? No, I don't want update. What do I want? I want it to be updated every single frame, so frame update. I had a word for it. Maybe it was just update. Update's not taken, is it? Very much doubt it. But it could have been a placeholder for something else, because update was too generic. I might want to update an object's information when it needs to be updated, instead of just every frame. Yeah, whatever, let's just go with update. PBG. Let's just run it. And here you're going to be doing a delay function, object update, object, and this is just going to be messing with the rotation, because why not? So object.rot 0 plus equals, I have no clue what sort of measurements this is in, let's just say 1. And rot 101. Okay. Do we not have a rotation? Did I not put in a rotation? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't have a rotation. Maybe that was just magically automatically being taken into account? No, it was not. Okay, this is a problem. Where's that log coming from? 32, 57... 32... 57. Get out of here. Okay. And how are we going to be taking rotations into account? Yeah, I feel like that should just be an automatic thing, but it's clearly not happening. But relcam. What? Why are you a non-existent thing? Cause... we should have object location. Ooh, would take into account the camera rotation, but not the object's rotation. Uh-oh. How did I do this? Okay. Because if the object isn't rotating, I don't generally want this to be running every single time. And that's what the old original alloc was. The relative, alloc, I think I called it. So you had the location of a vertice relative to its object in absolutes. And then you had the alloc, which was its actual location relative to the object, actual location relative to the object's world space. So if the object was rotated, this would be its location given that rotation. So that way, if I rotated an object, I would just go through and update all its vertices once. And every time it rotated. So if something was rotating, it wasn't using up any performance. Do I just want to not care about that? Because that means I've got to go back into that whole system, because that's what my rloc thing was stored within each object. So I'll do a temporary thing of that every frame. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to put it in with that thing. So that's what this whole thing is. So I guess I'm just gonna have to add it onto this. Okay, whatever. That complicates things a whole heck of a lot more, because now I need to deal with the rotation data every single time this is happening, which is happening for every single object within a general direction. Which sort of makes it slightly pointless. The amount of extra times this would have to be running on things that just do not matter is just crazy. Okay. I guess if I had some sort of static object that didn't move around, it could be able to skip all of this information, but then I gotta get physics types and stuff into it, all that sort of stuff. So if you had something you knew was never going to rotate, then we could just offset its vertice information, or something that barely ever, but then I could just do it that way, but this clears itself every frame. We need one that doesn't clear itself. We need to just be able to rotate, set point, there we go, done. But that means getting back into the rloc. I don't like the rloc because I can't just say object.vert.location. It's object.vert.alocation. For the actual thing. And it means storing an extra location. So what am I doing? What am I going? What am I gonna do? I guess for now I could just dump it through here, but this is a terrible unoptimized thing that just completely defeats the entire purpose of the entire optimizations of everything I've been doing. So this would actually now have worse performance than my previous one, just because I'm doing this extra part here. So how in the world would I be doing that? I got another function that does the rotations somewhere or rather, apply rotations or something probably, I don't know. Where would that even be? For some reason I think it's down here. All the way down. Right, okay. What's going on? Probably that one. No. I remember it had something to do... Well, it had a whole lot of things. And it could be changed. This stuff. One changing the order of the vertices. So we got a point, we got a median that we're rotating it around, so that's going to be our vertices location, that will just be 0, and that will be the object rotation. And I'll spit out our point. Okay. It's weird how I'm not using pyrotes. Whatever. That's actually really weird that I'm not using pyrotes. Guess. And then you go, wait, back down again? Nope. 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 Yes. Okay, so you need to mess with rloc. No, that's the camera location. What am I doing? Vertloc. So the vert location will be this thing. So point is vertloc. Mid is 0, 0, 0, or pivot, or whatever. And rotation will be obj.rot. Okay. Job done. Woo! Okay, so, I mean, technically correct. So that'd be like 1 degree a frame. Scene dot rendering dot FPS. Okay. Okay. So what happens if I also did this? And why not? Let's also do that. I don't know how my rotation's gonna go. Yeah, that's cool. Because the rotations are in absolute things at the moment. It's not relative to the orientation in the world space. I'm not applying the rotations, I'm just putting the numbers up. So that's actually the exact movement I wanted. I just got to offset the location of all of the vertices, because right now they're all at 0, 0. So that sucks. Everything needs to be at 10. So anything that was a 0 was a 10, and then we're 10 away. This is going to be a pain. Okay. One face at a time. Why I did this first. Let's pretend. So those ones are all that. So this would be a this and that would be a that. So 20s turn into 10s. And 0s turn in... Well, now everything's just 10, 10, 10. What? Okay. So 0s turn into negative 10s. And 20s turn into 10s. Let's just go with that one rotation. It should be rotating around the middle of the edge of that face. Yes. Oh. Let's rotating around like here somewhere. Because I rotated the camera a bit. It's a bit weird. There. So it's rotating around that point. Okay. What's going on, kitty cat? You want something? Oh yeah, you probably do. Just a little bit, kitty cat. I'll just fix this up, and then I'm gonna be calling it done. Hopefully not too much longer. What am I doing? So negative 10, negative 10, negative 10, 10, 10, 10. That gives me a square. Well, let's move the whole object somewhere. Oh, it'll just be 0, 0. Okay. Move that back to where it was. Okay. And do that with the other face easily. It's the same thing, it just we just say negative 10 instead of 10 of these. Uh-huh. Yeah, he's hungry. If I leave though, I'm gonna leave. Okay, let's add these back. Let's try to do it really quickly. So the other however many sides, which actually could be a whole lot easier because I could just get these points and rotate them around with the pyro thing. No, because that doesn't work through. Oh wait, but it point rote. I just literally was using a thing that did this. Okay. So if I was to just duplicate this, dump that there, grab this information, you'll still be 0, 0, 0, you become this, and the rotation becomes sure. I'm assuming you're not a 90 though. No. Oh, that's weird. U would be a 90 divided by 180 times pi? No, something's not right there. The other way around. Nope. That's doing weird smushy things. What if I just said 1? Yeah, it's always flattened onto a side. That's not right. Oh, because I'm only rotating one of the points. No, again, that shouldn't be right. Because of the dimension. Yes. So X's forwards, we need just any other ones, so let's try 90 in that one. Okay. 90 divided by 180 times pi. I don't know why, but I feel like that hits brackets. Okay, that works. A bit of a longer thing to do, but that'll speed it up a little bit. Grab you. That's what that is. Grab you. That's what that is. Oh, we've got a bit of a glitchy thing that does that. Okay. Then we duplicate, switch it with these numbers. That one's the same. Oh wait, hang on. That one's the same. That one's the second one. That one's the third one, which is the same. Okay. Got a whole face. And then we can just duplicate both of those and change the rotations. So this one would be, just stick a negative on there. Almost done. A little bit more. Okay. Duplicate them again. And we just want to rotate in a different dimension. Move that. Add that, save, refresh. Okay, and one last time. Just get rid of the minuses. Okay. That should give us a box. And there we go. Turn off the wireframe. Wireframe. Huh. That's a problem. Why does that not work? Damn it. Why would that not work? There's a problem in here. So we want to do material, but we need this to run wireframe or shaded. So this is doing something completely different. Why isn't it running? So, oh, we're doing textured. So textured is a thing. All of this stuff should be fine. This should be running, but we don't see it. I'm assuming it's because this isn't happening. but that should be happening within here, I would have assumed. Okay, let's just have this always run. We're just not drawing it afterwards. Whatever. Oh, there's a problem with the UVs. Sort of. Whatever. Oh, it could just because of the Wally distortions. That one side in particular. Yeah, that. We've got a problem with the UVs on this. I don't know how that's happening. Anyway. That's the goal I wanted to accomplish. So now I would just do that extra thing I need to do to make so texture distortion isn't as much of a problem. And I have no clue how to fix the Z problem. That's something entirely different again. Not actually entirely sure why it's happening though. So apparently the middle of this face was close to the middle of that face. That's the problem going on there. I mean, technically that shouldn't even be running at all, because it should be getting occluded by these front faces. But from its perspective, this one would be going away because this is in front of it. At least over in that section. I don't know if I'm completely erasing something. Anyway, we're going to spinning cube. I want to make this my loading screen. So, yeah. I guess I will be doing some more on this tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go feed the cat, and that's that. Hopefully I won't be back on today, otherwise something's gone wrong. So, okay, thanks, bye.